So it looks like it's finally going to happen. I did a video about a year ago, or maybe not quite a year ago, and I come out and I said that Rush needs to find a new drummer. Enough time has passed since the great, the man, the myth, Neil Peart has died, and that maybe it's time for them to find a new drummer and go out and do another tour. And no new albums, nothing like that. They don't need it because God knows they got a catalog of music, that stretch across the United States. And just go out and do a celebration of Rush and of Neil Peart and of the music. And lo and behold, it looks like they are going to break that out and go back on tour. And now, granted, I'm sure it has absolutely nothing to do with me, but I'm going to take credit for it anyway, since I did the video about a year ago. So in my mind, this is all happening because of me. Sorry about the way I sound. Believe it or not, got COVID again. That would be my 8th time getting COVID. Got it from my wife's mom, who's in a nursing home, and we all got COVID from that. So getting over that, so you can hear it in my voice. So I apologize for the way I sound. But like I said, about a year ago, I said that they need to come out and do this. And somewhere deep in the recesses of my mind, I would kind of like to think that somebody from Rush saw that video and said, hey, this is a great idea. Although I know it has absolutely nothing to do with me. I'm going to take credit for it anyway, damn it, because that's how I am. So lo and behold, they did find one. Now, I did give a list of a couple of drummers, and of course, they chose none of the drummers that I put out there. And, don't blame them. I mean, who am I, to tell Rush, how to find a drummer for them. But they did find one, and this lady came out, Anika Nilles, I believe is her name, Nilles. And apparently, this is going to be the new drummer for Rush. I don't know if they're going to call this R50. I saw something that said it's going to be R50 something, which would make sense since they do not have Neil Peart with them anymore. But this should be quite a show because this lady, I've watched a lot of her videos last night when I found out this was going down. And it looks like this is going to be pretty exciting. So this is a video off of YouTube. So let's check out some of the drumming tactics of what apparently is going to be the new drummer for Rush. This is going to be awesome. This girl obviously has the technical proficiency. And one thing I like about her, and this was why I like Neil Peart so much and just the band Rush as a whole, because each of them individually was shockingly musical. It's not just, a guitar player over there just pounding out power chords, or a bass player over there just going, bonk, 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 or a drummer just sitting there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Break them apart individually, and they're all extremely musical on their own. And the beauty that was Neil Peart was the simple fact is he didn't even need a band. He made the drums sound musical. And let's be honest, most bands, the drums don't sound musical. They're just part of the rhythm section holding down the rhythm. You take away the other instruments, and it's just, it's nothing exciting. And you could sit and listen to Neil Peart on his own without the other bandmates, and it was just magical to watch. And watching this girl play, and I've watched multiple of her videos last night, and watching her play, she has that Neil Peart quality that her drums sound very musical. And I think it's going to be just an amazingly good fit for Rush to go out and do this tour. I think this is just going to be, without a doubt, the biggest venue of, 25, 26, 26 when they come out. This is going to be the biggest venue of 26. This thing's just going to be enormous, and every single show, of course, is going to sell out. And I can assure you, I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee, so if they come through Nashville, Atlanta, one of those places, I will be there. You can bank on it. I will be there, because this will probably be the last time we ever get to see any form of the real Rush. So I'm definitely going to be going to that show. But this is super exciting news. I'm so glad that they're coming out and doing this, because I thought, man, I hate the fact that Neil Peart died, but I really hated the fact that that was it. We were never going to get to see them again. And kind of like when Pink Floyd broke up, finally they got back together and did it without Roger Waters. Then, of course, they've done a couple things with Roger Waters, nothing extensive at that point. But it was nice that they came back out, so we had a chance to at least get to see Pink Floyd again. Even though without Roger Waters, I got to be honest, the music was phenomenal. Momentary Lapse of Reason, and The Division Bell. Division Bell is one of my all-time favorite albums. Absolutely amazing. So, but I'm glad they're coming back out to give those people who've never seen Rush a chance to see them in all of their glory and all of their magnificence. And the fact that they brought in this new hotshot drummer, this is just going to be absolutely fantastic. And I do believe this young lady is capable of filling the shoes of one Mr. Neil Peart. Now, is she Neil Peart? No. She's Anika, I believe, Nilles, which is what she wants to be. She doesn't want to be Neil Peart. She wants to be Anika Nilles. And I've said this on my channel a million times. People at shows, well, you didn't play that guitar solo like Eddie Van Halen. Well, I'm not Eddie Van Halen. I'm Trace Taylor. I don't want to be Eddie Van Halen. I don't want to play like Eddie Van Halen because I'm not Eddie Van Halen. And she doesn't want to, I'm sure she's going to do a lot of the stuff Neil Peart's going to do, but she's still Anika Nilles, and I promise you she's going to do some of her own things inside there. I guarantee you she's not going to play it note for note like Neil Peart, because she's not Neil Peart. She has her own set of skill set and her own set of brilliance behind the drums. So let her flare out a little bit and do her thing on the music. I think that would be a great idea, and I'm sure that's what they will do. Hey, take a few liberties here and there. You don't have to play it exactly like this. Now, the complicated ones like Tom Sawyer, stuff like that, I'm pretty sure she'll probably play it close, pretty much close to the album because of what it is. But I guarantee you on a lot of the stuff, she's going to take her own liberties, which I think would be an absolutely brilliant idea to showcase her talents, not just playing what somebody else wrote before her. So I think this is fantastic news. I think this is absolutely awesome. I'm very, very excited and happy that Rush is going to do this. One of my all-time favorite bands. Absolutely love Rush. I did the video a few months ago on how to actually play Tom Sawyer with the solo, because I've seen so many different variations of it. So check that out if you haven't seen it. If you're a guitar player. If you're not a guitar player, then there's no reason for you to watch it whatsoever. So this is great news. If you're a Rush fan, by all means, go out and see them. I think it's going to be fantastic. And I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm glad they did this. And I'm glad they picked up a girl. I think this is just going to be very cool, watching them play with this girl. And before I blast this video off, kind of like when Nita Strauss went to play with Alice Cooper. I just thought that was awesome. Give the girls, damn it, it's time to give them their dues. Give them their dues. Let the ladies step up and take charge for a chance. And for this girl to be hanging out one day, she's done some studio work and all that stuff, and to get a phone call from Geddy Lee and say, hey, would you like to be the new drummer for Peart? I guarantee you, first they had to resuscitate her. Then they probably had to put an ambu bag on her and get some air back in her lungs, because I would have fallen the hell out. You know, if Geddy Lee and Neil Peart had called me and said, hey, do you want to be the new guitar player for Rush? I'd have passed the hell out. I'd just be like, I'm out. You know, get somebody else, because I can't do it, because I'm too stupid, because I'm just out. I can't do it. So absolutely great for her. I'm so happy for this girl. This is fantastic. Give the girl her due. Like I said, give the women their dues. It's time for them to step up and just be in these massive, iconic rock bands like Alice Cooper and Rush. I think this is awesome. God bless her. God bless Rush. I'm so happy this is going on. Very excited about it. So that's all I'm going to say about this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I got to say this. I hate saying this. Less than 5% of the people who watch my channel are subscribed, which is an absolute travesty to me. That's a travesty. And the other weird statistic is most of the people who watch my channel are from the UK. I don't know why. I have no idea why most of the people who watch my channel are from the UK. That boggles my mind. Or maybe people in America just don't watch music videos, music channels anymore. Because I did watch this thing. I know it's totally off topic, but I did see this thing on YouTube. I've seen a couple of things, actually, how the viewership on YouTube is declining quite a bit, which I find odd. Don't know why. I'm not going to research it. You know, it is what it is. But if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Please like my channel. Please share my channel. Share my videos. That really helps my algorithm a lot. And I will be getting up more videos. But like I said, you know, 8 times COVID. 8 times. 8th freaking time I've had it. And every time I get it, I get hyper congested because of Delta. When I had Delta almost killed me. And I mean that in a literal sense. But now every time I get sick, I get crazy congested. And like I said, I apologize for how I sound. You can hear it because I sound very nasally, which is cool because I got a show Friday night and I got to sing. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to sound like Bob Dylan up there singing Rebel Yell and Purple Rain by Prince. I would hate to hear Bob Dylan, you know, Purple Rain, Purple Rain. That's what I'm going to sound like. So on that note, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll catch you in the next video.